Probably our classes. And,
Snack.
and doing stuff in our classes. Well, we know that she's a really good art teacher because you told me. I wanted a portrait on my wall. Look at my face. Because I like portraits. And my brother did this class, and Miss Dobbins is really nice.
Why did you choose to take this class?
I did it last year and it was really fun.
Okay, and what do you do in it?
You do portraits of yourself, you take a picture of yourself, and then you start out your first year by doing a charcoal portrait, and then after that you can do whatever you want, and then the next year, and the years after that, if you keep doing it, you can do any portrait you want, however you want to do it, and, yeah.
Okay, did you like it more this year or was it more fun last year?
They're equally fun, I think.
Okay, do you have any friends in that class?
Yes, Polyphony Bruna and Chloe Berry.
Okay, thank you for your time.
VARUN. V as in victory. ARUN. On Chess Square 1. And then exploring Egypt.
Is
It's a really fun class.
what's
Awesome.
this?
It's about chess, and right now we're doing a competition. In the end, we get.
Some of the prizes?
They're just basically trophies, like for first place, runner-ups, best sports. They're pretty cool trophies.
Thank you.
I am teaching an a cappella class, and so it's officially entitled Super Summer Sing Off an A Cappella Extravaganza, but that is a really long name, so I just kind of go with, well, it's the Super Summer A Cappella class. An a cappella meaning that we sing only with our voices, and you've seen Pitch Perfect or the Sing Off, that's exactly what we're doing in this class. So I think that everybody has different talents and what they want to spend their time doing, and I definitely think that if singing is something that your heart really finds joyful and something that you really can take pride in because you love doing it, and you I don't know, even if you sound good doing it, if you don't sound good doing it, as long as you love doing it, I think it's definitely something where if you want to take it outside of the shower into the real world and actually learn some more techniques, learn different styles, because most people have never done a cappella before, so I definitely think it's really important if you're interested in singing to learn different styles and try new things like a cappella. So actually, a kind of funny story, I didn't know that a cappella existed until just 4 years ago or something, and so I'm a senior in college right now, and so it wasn't until my senior year of high school that I learned a cappella existed. So actually, if I was a kid right now, and if I hadn't seen the movie Pitch Perfect, I probably actually wouldn't take this class because I'd have no idea, what the class actually was. But then what would happen is, later in the week, I'd hear people singing and people talking about it, and I'd be like, wait, there's a singing class and there's a cappella and I can do that? I didn't know that existed. And so it would be one of those things where I wouldn't have signed up for it, but then I would have heard about it later and wish I would have. I wouldn't have signed up just because I didn't know it existed. Once I did, I would have wished I had done it.
Okay. Hi, Aunt Melissa. What's your favorite thing about Super Summer classes?
Doing the stuff that we get to use our minds for certain things, and being creative.
Does creativeness help you in regular school during the year?
Yes.
So you're basically taking skills from this and putting it into your classroom later, so it really helps with your grades and things like that? Okay, good. If there was anything you can change about Super Summer, what would you change?
I changed trying that the hard skills were easier than the that it would be easier.
So what is your job here at Super Summer?
My job for Super Summer is to coordinate all of the enrollment of the students and to hire the teachers and then to oversee the students while they're here and to oversee the teachers and make sure that what they have promised to teach is what they're actually teaching and to make sure that everyone's having a lot of fun and learning.
Why do you think Super Summer is so popular with kids?
I think it's popular because kids get a chance to choose what they're doing in the classroom, and also because teachers are very, very excited about what they're teaching. So I think that combination of kids getting to have a choice about what they're learning and teachers choosing what they're teaching creates a really fun learning environment for kids.
Are there any changes to Super Summer that you have made during your time as?
Yes, I've actually run the program for 10 years, and so every year there's a change in the classes that are offered, and then also in just the way that I do things administratively, so things that kids wouldn't necessarily see, but things that teachers may see. And there's also been a huge change in the technology available over those 10 years, which is exciting as well. And also our program has gone from, we had about 180 students when I started, and this year we have about 365. So big changes in the number of students and teachers as well.
Thank you for your time.
Welcome.
Are you a teacher at Super Summer?
No, actually I'm a volunteer, so I just help out.
Why did you choose to volunteer at Super Summer?
Because I like theater and it was a really good chance for me to get involved with that and work with kids and such.
Do you think that this class helps kids with shyness and things like that?
Yeah, definitely. I think it definitely has some of those life skill kind of things along with also the theater aspect, and the application of it can really help. Definitely.
So you feel that it will really help in the real world?
Yeah, I think it can. I mean, it can just be a hobby or it can be a career, but anyhow it would be beneficial.
Are any of the kids experienced in this, or are they pretty much all newcomers?
Pretty much all of them are new. Yeah, I think just a couple have had experience, and that's to be expected. I mean, we're in a small town, and there's not very many of them, but it's a great place to start. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, which class are you teaching?
I'm teaching Where Books Come to Life.
Okay. Why did you choose to teach this class?
I chose to teach this class because I really enjoy reading, but also I really enjoy scrapbooking, so I thought I would bring reading and scrapbooking together so students could take an artistic point of view to reading a book.
What do a lot of kids do in your class?
What do they do? Well, the first week we read a lot and we really talk about what the book's about, and also we make story maps and plan out our scrapbook pages. And then the second week we just work on scrapbooking the whole time and using borders and pictures and drawings to represent a scrapbook that the main character in the book would make.
What's your favorite thing about Super Summer?
My favorite thing about Super Summer is working with new kids that I have never met before from different schools, and just getting to know them and their families.
Okay, which class do you teach?
I teach growing and eating in the garden. So we spend a lot of time out in the garden weeding and planting things, and then sometimes we harvest things and we bring them inside and cook them and eat them.
Do you think it's important for kids to know where their food comes from?
I do, yes. And And that's why we have gardens at the schools. We have this garden at the middle school, and we have one at Kate Mitchell Elementary, one at Sawyer Elementary, and one at the high school.
Where does the produce from the gardens go?
Very good question. I get asked that a lot. During the school year, it goes to students who help me at recess, and then also community members and families who help me after school sometimes. And then over the summer, that's when most of our produce is ready to harvest. So we do give that to volunteers who help us out to keep the gardens running in the summer. But there's a lot of extra, so that goes to food pantries to make sure that the options at food pantries aren't just canned and packaged foods, but also some fresh things.